everybody, you are listening to the Zero Altitude Outdoor Podcast with your host, Brandon Garrett. Welcome everybody to Zero Altitude Outdoor Podcast. This is our very first podcast. So we are unfiltered, unscripted, just raw information. So today, got my good hunting buddy, my partner, Shelby Shannon, on the line. What's up, Shelby?
What's up, Brandon? What's going on this evening, man?
Oh, not too much, man. Just trying to take on this crazy weather.
Oh, I know, man. It's hot and muggy down here in Florida.
Yes, sir. So I'm over here in South Texas. It's been really hot. At least today it's been really hot. This evening a little thunderstorm blew up. But it's raining over there in your land too, right?
Yeah, man. Last couple of days, which we've needed it. We haven't had any rain for a while, which is odd. We've had a really odd weather deal going on down here in Florida. Normally we get thunderstorms every evening, but hadn't been the case. It's just been really blowing, which is just not the norm for this time of year. So, but we needed the rain, man. My yard looked like a desert.
I hear that. I was saying that before a few weeks ago, and we got like 40-something inches in 2 weeks.
Yeah, y'all needed a kayak to get around. Oh, Crispi, didn't you?
Oh, man. I had to take a boat to work. But now I'm mowing the yard about every 3 days. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, my yard now finally needs a mowing. It's only been a couple of days of rain. It's finally showing some signs of life.
I hear you. All right, enough of the BS. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself and who I am and a little bit of history. So I'm Brandon Garrett. I live down here in South Texas, Corpus Christi, Texas. And I'm from Louisiana. So I'm born and raised on Toledo Bend. So I'm no rookie when it comes to hunting and fishing. Pretty much grew up hunting and fishing my entire life. Man, I was in the woods. I didn't have the time with the girls. I was chasing frogs and deer and everything else. But living on the lake, man, I spent most of my teenhood and high school days. Yeah, I was fishing. I didn't care about nothing else but fishing. But anyway, about 5 years ago, I made the move down here for work. And man, I'm trying to get used to it. So while I've been down here, I kind of brought my hunting and fishing with me. I always wanted to be a guide, and I think down here on the coast, man, that's like the perfect place to be a guide. There's only 10,000 more of them out here, but I started Coastal Bay Outfitters, when was that, 2019? So I just got that up and going. I've been working on that for the last couple years. It's been a grind. I'm still trying to get used to being down here, making friends, meeting people. But anyway, that's kind of up and going. Something I love to do. And I love sharing that and teaching people. So what about you, Shelby? Give me a little history of you, man.
Well, my name's Shelby Shannon, like the Mustang. Down here in Tampa, Florida. Born and raised. Been hunting and fishing, man, ever since I can remember. My grandpa got me started. We were doing everything from mullet fishing to bass fishing to cast netting, offshore fishing, diving, spear fishing. I mean, just doing it all down here in Florida, which is, one of the reasons, I live where people vacation. Because you got a little bit of everything you can do down here, man. Osceola turkeys, deer, a little small for my taste, but, there's some good deer here. There's no doubt. But I've been pretty much predominantly whitetail hunting all, for as long as I can remember, and turkey hunting. and got into this elk hunting recently, real recent, the last 2 years, and I am hooked, to say the least. I haven't even thought about a whitetail.
You wanna tell everybody how we met and how you got hooked?
Yeah, well, it was about a couple years ago. We were I hooked up with this outfitter, Whitetail Heaven Outfitters, and gave me a really good deal on I think I was down there on a 4-day, 5-night hunt, doing Ohio. And man, I ran across Brandon down there. Ended up, I think your guide was, I don't know what his problem was, but he ended up hooking up with my guide, and he was taking care of us and put us out in the woods. And heck, we got to talking at the lodge, and you had mentioned to me about elk hunting. I was like, dude, man, that's like a bucket list hunt of mine. Of course, I had no idea the gear, the strategy, just everything, boots, trekking poles, packs. I thought, man, golly, I thought I had the gear, but no, I wasn't even close, man. Then we began this journey, dude, and called you up and said, bro, let's do this. And we planned it, and man, the rest is history.
Yes, I actually won that hunt. I won that hunt with Whitetail Heaven, and I was pumped up when I got there. But yeah, like you said, man, I don't forget how many people was there. There's a good bit of people there, but I met Shelby right there in the living room, I guess it was, and we got to talking. And I had just come back from Colorado. I just killed an elk. That was, I think, 2017. Yeah, it was 2017. Yeah, I was still pumped up, man. I just killed an elk, man. I won this hunt, man. I was I was in hog heaven. But I was just eager and ready to share everything I could about elk hunting because man, like I say, I was fired up. And even whitetail hunting, man, I was there. I think I did 8 days or whatever, but from dark to dark, man, I never got off the stand, but all I could think about was elk hunting. But yeah, I got to talking with Shelby, and I think I fired him up a little bit, and we stayed in contact and talking all the time. And he's just one of those guys, you know, you can just befriend or whatever. And man, that was like the beginning of the journey. There was multiple, I don't even know how many phone calls after that.
Oh man, gear list and type of food, and man, I thought I knew something with whitetail hunting, but there is no comparison. It is a total different animal. You need total different gear, all the way from boots to gaiters, which, man, Gators is my football team. When you said Gators, I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so pretty much, you know, I opened his little world up with elk hunting, all the extra stuff. I'm a gear junkie, so, you know, I try to get everything, all the good stuff, you know, and I try to stay up on that. But yeah, just talking with him and making gear lists and what we needed and walking him through everything. I mean, we accomplished a lot. You know, his wife probably hates me because we spent a lot of money on the phone.
Yeah, there was a couple times I was hoping you might have an extra room for me. I kept ordering stuff.
I heard that. But yeah, man, it's I think we've come a long way. Just even in a few years, you know, I still consider myself a rookie, and I think I've come a long way.
Well, I know I have, bro. I know you've educated me a ton. You know, like I said, dude, just not even realizing the type of boots, the type of, you know, gear that you would need, type of packs that you would need, you know, down to water filtration systems to, you know, it's just a gamut, man. It's just so different hunting And one of the biggest things was the draws on these states and the point system. I mean, I had no idea. I should have started this 30 years ago.
Right. Yes, that was a whole new world right there by itself. It was kind of in the dark, and everybody was very uneducated in that topic right there until like Go Hunt come along. Man, when they come along, oh man. Yeah.
Open the floodgates.
Oh, what? You talking about point creep? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, back in 2017, I started following Go Hunt, and that's how I learned so quick. Because I didn't know. All I know is, go to Colorado website and try to navigate my way through there, and I didn't know even what I was looking at. I didn't even know what a point was. Still back then, I know my brother got me into elk hunting. So back in 2014, I think, was when I was supposed to go. I missed like 3 elk hunts in a row. Finally, in 2017, I was able to make it work. But yeah, I missed a couple years right there. I wish I would have made that work somehow. But anyway, yeah, Go Hunt. Man, if y'all don't have Go Hunt, y'all better get on there and get it. I think what's $150, become an insider. And let me tell you, it is worth its weight in gold. I think.
Oh yeah, dude, just that OnX. I mean, I had no idea OnX. I mean, all of that just is priceless. Really is.
Shoot, yeah. I think, man, just to get all the info and the draw odds and all the stuff from Go Hunt, and you do all your online e-scouting, and that's what I do. I do all that, and then I use my OnX to really pinpoint the areas we've never even stepped foot on before, and then bam, find elk within a few days. Man, I think that's amazing.
Oh, bro, I mean, our first, which, I've always wanted to hunt Idaho or Wyoming, Montana, New Mexico, Colorado, and, after you talking to me and telling me Idaho, I mean, I never even thought about Idaho. I'm like, man, that's a bunch of potatoes out there. But, man, sight unseen, never stepped foot in the state, and we are on elk almost instantly. I mean, good elk, big elk. Bugling 3 herd bulls, putting us to sleep at night, which you can't even sleep. I mean, man, it was fantastic. It was unreal. And that was my thing, as I always... I wanted to hunt with a bow, and I wanted to get close to these elk. And, bro, I mean, we didn't get close enough for a shot. Or, well, we had some shots.
Did. I did a couple of them.
But, man, that was, dude, we were on elk every day.
Yep.
Every day.
Yep. That was a good place.
And you telling me that's like I was spoiled.
Yeah.
That's not a typical elk.
Yeah, I was telling him my first elk hunt. It was in Colorado with a bow, and in 6 days, me and my brother, we hiked 96 miles. 96 miles at anywhere from 10 to 12,000 feet, and it was rough, man. I didn't kill my elk to the very last evening of the very last day, and man, it was a 7-mile. Trip in and trip out, so 14-mile round trip to do the pack outs, and it was just brutal, man. The elk were quiet. Like, I was so excited my first elk hunt, but man, it was tough. I was kind of let down and bummed by day 7. Finally, I got a shot, but yeah, we didn't see any. Like, it was just, man, just tough. And I took Shelby. We went to Idaho, and man, it was just like a bugle fest, and we seen a 370 or 360 freaking giant, man.
Oh God,
yeah. We seen him, and there were multiple herd bulls, different herds. Like, it was just unbelievable. And we had several opportunities. I missed 2 over 300 in one day. I just said that. Yeah, it was horrible, but it was amazing.
Tough pill to swallow for sure.
Oh man, you gotta live and learn, brother, and keep on going. Even though I wanted to break my bow and throw it across the mountain. But
unfortunately, I know the feeling. Unfortunately, I know that feeling. But we were, like I said, first of all, in Idaho, compared, now that I have something else to compare it to, we went to Montana, but coming from Florida and going to Idaho and running those hills, oh man, lets you know that there's really not enough training that you can do to substitute for altitude.
Yeah, it's not forgiving, is it?
No. No, you can't for 4 or 5 days. You can't even feel like you take a full breath. It's like you're taking little mini breaths, like I can't catch my breath.
Which brings us to the point of how we named this show. We are both from zero altitude, flatlanders from the Gulf.
Good segue.
Oh, well, anyway, so I'll tell you a little bit about why I started Zero Altitude, or a group, or whatever you want to call it, or the idea. I've been wanting to start something for a while. Ever since I got into elk hunting, I wanted to start some kind of group. I didn't know how. I didn't know what to call it. I just know that I had a passion for elk and elk hunting period. And I'm die hard. Whatever I do, man, I'm die hard. But I just wanted to start something. I just didn't know exactly what to call it. I just had this idea in my head. And, I met Shelby, and we got to hunting together and stuff like that. And we talked about it. And, I think I kind of sparked something within him. And, we put our heads together. And so we come up with the Zero Altitude. And, there's several niches, I guess you could say, of, just elk hunting, or just mule deer, or just bay fishing, or whitetail hunting only, or stuff like that. I kind of wanted to hit all the bases. But our passion is backcountry elk hunting. So that's why it's kind of Zero Altitude, because it can be elk hunting, or it can be, red fishing in Florida, or down here in Texas, or whatever, floundering, whatever. I just kind of wanted to do everything, and that's what it is. Well, actually, Shelby, you're supposed to move, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm I guess unfortunately leaving my home state to some new adventures up in the Virginia area. I took a job up there. So I'm gonna be learning a new area for sure.
Yeah.
And doing some new things, but I know that area. I was just up there not long ago looking for houses, and man, some of them spots that we were at, dude, there was more deer. They're not really big deer, but dude, just everywhere. And then turkeys, turkeys look like buzzards out there, dude. It was unreal.
Really? Wow.
So I'm looking forward to doing some new things out there. It's definitely going to be a big change from Florida.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. Yeah, so with that being said, that's new opportunities, man. You close one door and another one opens. So maybe the whitetail that you didn't have in Florida, now you might have some access up there in that area, right?
Yeah. And dude, there's some, I know there's some spots in West Virginia, and even Virginia that hold some pretty good deer. Quality mm-hmm. deer. It may not be, Iowa or Illinois giants, but they've got some studs in there. You just got to go find them. So I'm gonna do the network deal and see if I can't get out there and beat some doors down, and see if I can't get some opportunities to do some different things up there. But one of the other things that we might do, since I spearfish and diehard spearfishing, we might put together a trip in old North Carolina.
Sweet.
So kind of meet in the middle.
Right.
And and we've always been wanting to hit North Carolina. We've seen some good fish being pulled out of there. So I think that'd be a good little destination for us to shoot some fish in the face and maybe put it on some GoPro footage.
Shoot, yeah, man. Content, baby. So speaking of content, we started a YouTube channel, and actually today was the first videos uploaded. So we're making big moves. So yeah,
dude, I've gotten a lot of good feedback. People, friends and family shared it too, and heck, I even got family members asking me for my autograph now. So I think you did a great job on that one, man. Everybody's liking it.
That's good. Yeah. So if y'all want to check it out, Zero Altitude Outdoors on YouTube, man. We just come out with the intro to a little hunting series that we're putting together. It's 3 states: Idaho, Montana, and New Mexico. From last year, and I think one of them, the New Mexico, is from year before last. But I'm finally getting all that together, and we're gonna put that out in a series for you guys. So that's coming. What else we got, Shelby?
Oh man, we're on Instagram, Zero Altitude Outdoors, on Facebook, and check us out there.
So we're just creating all this stuff. So man, it's just taking off, and I'm really excited to see where it's gonna go.
Yeah, man, sky's the limit, dude. And you said you was gonna do a website, right?
Yeah. So my vision, right now we're kind of holding off, but my vision and my plans is to do a website with a gear store, with a forum in it. Okay, so I know there's a few gear stores out there and a few forums out there, but what I want to do is like a one-stop shop with quality gear, all the quality gear, all in one deal. So I know you can go to a certain website and you can get boots and clothes and stuff like that, and game bags and etc. But you can't go there and get this harness or this fishing gig or whatever, just waders, this type of waders, because all that mix and matches is with the Gulf, if you believe it or not, with the Gulf base stuff, with the mountains of fishing and rivers, like Sims waders. Both parties use those. I use the crap out of them. I love them. But those trout fishermen up there in Montana and stuff, shoot, that's where it's from, Bozeman, But I wanted to do a gear store with everything in there, so I'm still working on that. And once we get everything up and going,
yeah, that'll be awesome, man. That's having a place like that, especially with gear, like we're and that's one thing that I know we both pride ourselves on is the gear we use, and we don't we run it through the test. I mean, there ain't no doubt. We put it through the test. We run hard, we run long, and if it don't perform, man, we shuck it and we get something that does. So
sure,
that'll be awesome to share what we use and how we use it. And there's no doubt, dude, that no one could question how good or how well something performs.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, I'm tough on some gear, so if something could withstand going through the ringer with me, I think it'll be worth keeping.
Yeah, man, because we're putting, and I know probably other guys are doing the same things, but when you're in Idaho or Montana and you're averaging 10, 12 miles a day, if you don't have the right gear, man, there's no way you're not even gonna make half of that.
Oh yeah, you just be miserable.
You're shut down.
Sitting back at the camp cooking breakfast. Yeah. All right. So speaking of content and gear and stuff like that, some of the things that we're going to be doing to bring y'all content, for the viewers and listeners. Man, we're going to put together some gear lists, different hunting situations and different conditions according to whatever hunt that that we do, that probably most of y'all do. Different gear lists that pertain to different, to those. Shoot, what else we got, Shelby?
Well, also, dude, one of the big things that we're working on is, and again, man, we're learning, but we'd like to get to the Full Draw Film Festival, the Badlands Film Festival, and build a brand of zero altitude outdoors, and that people can see that, man, we're just a couple average guys, man, and we just we work hard, we study, we communicate, we bounce ideas off each other, and we learn. I mean, some of them work, some of them don't, but we put together all these experiences, and at the end of it is always, we're just trying for success.
That is true. So I got into filming hunts, or trying to film my hunts, a couple years ago. Or actually back in 2017, I think, up there in Ohio. When I met you, I was filming my hunt up there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a little cheap. Well, I say cheap. It was like $800 or $900. It was a Canon, one of those Canon camcorder cameras. And I put it on one of those tree arms. That's about all I knew. I had no idea of nothing of editing or putting anything together. And I just still had a dream, I didn't even know what the Full Draw Film Tour was. And I don't even know if it was anything then. I'm not sure. But, man, and now we're here. I think we really made some huge improvements just in a few years. Whether it be, upgrading camera equipment and cameras and editing software and stuff like that. I think, researching and stuff, we really made some huge improvements. Watching others, there's a couple other hunting groups out there, man. They're really doing their thing and teaching people and inspiring people, and that's, it's kind of what brought me here. And I want to do the same thing. It ain't just for me. My reasons. I want to teach others, and if I bring something to the table and I'm messing up, I want somebody to see that, and we all learn. So that's kind of where I'm at there. But that'd be like a dream to make the Full Draw Film Tour, because those guys are freaking awesome, man. If I could be that good, whew, yeah, that's awesome. I'd love to bring some content to you guys like that. So we're working on it.
That's a goal, but dude, that's the thing, and I think that's why it's important, on this podcast, that we kind of outline basically where we're at and who we are, and by no means professionals, but at the same time, we hunt hard and we study hard, and again, dude, I can attest, even though I don't have the experience that, of elk hunting yet, but I can tell you the past 2 years that I've been doing it, the research that you've done has put us in states that you and I have not even been in. And on every one of those states, we've been on elk, period.
Yep. Shot opportunities or misses and kills on that in everywhere we went.
Yes. And dude, so, and again, my elk hunting knowledge is I'm growing and learning, because this is all I can think about. But, hunting is not new to me, so I understand the fact that, especially when you're hunting giant whitetails, and this too, is, you shooting 180s, 190s, 200-inch whitetails, they're not that big for being stupid, so you really got to be on your game. And the same thing with these elk. So for me to understand how hard it is to get on whitetail like that, is, and now I fully appreciate how hard it is to get on good elk consistently. It's a testament to the desire and the will for us to, put a plan together and go execute that plan. And even when, first couple of days, it doesn't seem like that plan's a good plan, but we stick to it and we stick to our plan, and then all of a sudden it produces opportunities. I mean, I don't know how much more you can ask for.
Yeah, shoot. Back to the content. So, after we put all this stuff together, we've had some, I would say, successful trips. Even though there's not many of them that I can think of off the top of my head that we ain't come back with something. So, with that said, what do we have in store for these guys, man? I know a few things that I'm working on as far as video wise that it's going to be pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, man. From you're on the Gulf Coast up there in Corpus. I'm down here in Florida. And I'm not. I mean, I may be moving for jobs, but it's like I'm not coming back here to Florida. But the backcountry here, as far as red fishing, snook fishing, trout, plus everything else that we've got here, the diving, the spear fishing. I mean, that's still going to come. And what's cool is you're in the same Gulf, but you've got a different approach than what we have down here,
right,
with the type of fish that we have. So it's pretty cool, man, that we're on the same, Gulf of Mexico, but totally different areas.
Right. Yeah, I think they're totally two different base systems. But yeah, as far as what I got down here, man, I don't know if y'all do that in Florida, but floundering is a big thing over here. Man, it's flounder boats everywhere, and it's awesome. So
we have some. We got some, and there's a few bow fishing guides that go out, and especially at night, and they'll shoot sheephead, they'll shoot flounders, they'll shoot stingrays. So we got it down here, but I don't think it's as big as it is up there in Texas.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of bow fishing, there's a lot of bow fishing here in Texas. Freshwater and kind of the brackish water, man. Those big alligator gar, shoot. There's some monsters lurking in those rivers, man. So I'm looking forward to that. I got a new boat that's supposed to be done. So we'll be bow fishing and floundering out of that, man. That'd be some good content coming.
Yeah, well, aren't you doing? You got your some thermal deal or something going on up there, don't you?
Yeah, so we're doing some thermal hunts as far as my outfitting deal. We're doing some thermal nail guy down here in South Texas, and man, that's fun. Those things are big as elk, and they're pretty tasty too. They're pretty good. I would say elk got them beat, but man, they're pretty close. But yeah, thermal nail guy hunts, thermal predator hunts. There's a lot of pigs down here in this area. I know you got a bunch of them over in Florida too.
Oh man, yeah, we could thermal hunt every night, 365, dude, and not even put a dent.
Yeah. But there's a pretty good lake nearby too, Choke Canyon. I'm gonna be doing some bass fishing out of there. There's some toads out there. Duck hunting, man. There's down here in the Texas coast, man. It's the flyway for ducks. We hammer them during duck season with my outfitting deal. But man, there's all kind of freaking species, and I think it's the main central flyway. They're headed all to Mexico. So shoot, all the way from Arkansas.
A little bit of duck hunting down here, but not what you guys have for sure. Especially not the variety.
Yeah, I think I think we get everything, but mallards. I've killed one or two greenheads down here. I mean, it's kind of weird how they kind of stop it right there in East Texas and they don't come down here. It's kind of weird. But back in Louisiana, man, we used to hammer them. In Arkansas, we used to hammer them. But yeah, we don't get too many mallards, but everything else, pintails, and more redheads than you can ever count. All three species of the teal, the widgeons, gadwalls. No wood ducks, hardly any wood ducks either, actually. But a bunch of pintails. Shoot, bunch of pintails.
Yeah, we got a bunch of wood ducks. We got some mallards too, but man, we got wood ducks for days.
So all this that we're talking is pretty much going to be the off season, because our main passion and our main goal, I believe, is elk hunting, and I feel strongly about that.
I can second that.
Yeah. So lots of mountain hunting coming. Elk, mule deer. I'm planning some bear hunts too. We might go to New Mexico, right?
Yeah.
So coming up, maybe some bear and some mountain lion. I'm trying to line that up. So man, we got a lot of content, a lot of footage, and podcasts coming. So speaking of more content, what else are we gonna be doing, man?
Well, I think what we should do is we should kind of share some of our cooking, our recipes, and how to, especially in camp, man. I gotta say that last camp we had in Idaho, and heck, even Montana, man, we put together some pretty good dishes. I don't think many people have the kind of food in the camp that we brought, so I think it'd be kind of cool to show them, give them some information on how we prepare certain foods and why we bring certain foods.
Yeah, I think that'd be some good stuff, man. You know, from field to table, I think they call it. But our own version, you know, we kill the stuff or whatever, and just give a different idea and how-tos of how we do it, you know, because my recipe and my how-to might be different from yours over there in Florida, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, we even did that a little bit. You brought some of your deal from Texas. I brought some stuff up here from Florida. Brought us some lobster. I brought us some grouper. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I think we ate snapper.
We had a great camp.
Oh, lobster, grouper, and snapper, elk. Yeah,
and all fresh, you know, all fresh.
Yeah.
All them lobsters we got during mini lobster season, and the grouper, I spearfished them grouper. So everything was fresh, and I know what you brought was fresh. So,
shoot, yeah, man. So, some other stuff that we're thinking about doing is our setups, you know, because like this year, me and you both changed setups as far as bow and rifle. I built several 1,000-yard rifles just for elk hunting, and now Shelby has one. We mentioned earlier that I missed those two big bulls in Idaho in the same day, so you bet your butt I changed my bow setup after that. So
yeah, I mean, we learned, yeah, and that's some good content or good, you know, information that we can relay to people with, you know, stuff that we've learned, unfortunately, the hard way. But, you know, as far as changing, dude, I changed my sights from a single pin. I went to a multi-pin, which is a big deal, you know, for me, because I've hunted a single pin. I don't know, but that's great for whitetail. It's awesome.
Right. Yeah.
But I learned real fast that that's really not the best setup for elk, especially on a, you know, they blaze in on you, and you got seconds to get your yardage and get your sight up there. But so I changed that. That was a major change for me to change that. But I've got a lot more confidence going in there now. And then, dude, I haven't shot a rifle at an animal since like '94. Was the last one that I killed was a whitetail in Texas, actually in San Antonio. I was stationed out there in the military. So I've been bow hunting ever since '94, and only bow hunting.
Wow.
But this elk deal, and I got out there and, man, missed one in Idaho, missed one in Montana, and to have the opportunity to go back with a rifle and pop one, you convinced me, man. I went out and got me a 1,000-yard rifle, bro. I'm ready.
Shoot, yeah, man. And see, right there is a prime example of us learning the hard way and making the change. So now we'll bring you guys the content and tell you why we made the change. So hopefully we save you from missing a big bull like we did.
Yes.
Twice.
Makes me sick thinking about it.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't even want to think about it. But it happens. It happens. And anyway, so I got some sponsors lined up. And they'll be coming on the show pretty soon. And we're going to talk about some of the gear we used. And with that gear, we're going to do some gear reviews. Some tests and some reviews of why we use it, what we think about it, the good, the bad, the ugly. So I got those guys coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, man, that'll be awesome. And I think the important thing is for people to know, dude, it's from ours, again, we're regular guys, dude. We ain't getting paid by nobody. So if the gear don't perform, man, we're going to tell you. And if the gear performs, you can rest assured we have beat it. We have run it. We have, ran it through the gamut for multiple days, multiple hunts. And, so you're going to get the hard truth. Sometimes it'll be the ugly truth, but it's also going to be nothing but the truth. So you can rest assured that the information that we're giving you, or the gear that we're giving you, we will. If we say we don't like it, we're going to give you the reasons why we don't like it.
Right. Yep. And man, it's the things that we use are, we don't put it to the test like Shelby said, but man, we have so much trust in it, and that right there builds confidence. And man, confidence is key, man. That's what that's what puts food on the table. I think is one of the main factors. If you don't trust your equipment or have confidence in your stuff, man, you're just going out there. I feel like I'm just wasting my time. So to have the great gear that we use, and to have so much confidence and trust in it, man, like in your mind, without a doubt, you can't lose. It's like going into the World Series and already got the other games plays or other teams plays. Yep. But anyway, with that said, we're going to bring this first podcast to a close. As fast as it came, it's closing. So we thank you guys for listening and joining us. We hope you stuck through it, and we hope that you follow us for more content and more stuff coming up. Anything else, Shelby?
Well, I was just going to say, man, this is our first one, and again, man, we're average dudes, we're average guys, and, if any feedback, positive, negative, we'd love to hear it. Stuff we did good, stuff we didn't do good, that's only going to make us better.
Right.
But that's how we approach hunting. We went out, our elk hunts, and we went in with a game plan, and then every hunt we've come out with, all right, we're going to change this. We're going to do this different. So this just helps us learn, helps us grow, but it also, if you guys like it, man, we'll keep this thing going.
For sure, man. Yeah, we really appreciate any kind of feedback, positive, negative. Like Shelby said, it'll only make us better, and that's what we want. We want to be better, and we want to grow, and we want to teach you guys, and you guys teach us, and move forward, man. We appreciate y'all listening.
Put a big elk on the ground.
Shoot, I hope we all put a big elk on the ground.
Amen.
All right, we thank you guys for listening to the Zero Altitude Outdoor Podcast. Thank you guys for listening to Zero Altitude Outdoor Podcast. We appreciate any feedback, positive or negative. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Zero Altitude Outdoors.